All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Uncle Beno's channel. If you're watching for the first time, hit the like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Don't be a stranger. Tell us what is your take on our topics, and if there is anything you disagree on, you are always welcome to leave your opinions. However, do me one favor. This is Uncle Beno's channel. We thrive on respect, mutual respect for everyone who come to our platform. We do not entertain insult, trolling, name callings. We don't do all that. We expect everybody to respect one another. Now, having said that, you are all welcome. My name, once again, is Benuriu, and we're going to have a fantastic show today. We are supposed to continue our series on Men Hangout. But you know, my sisters on this platform, they are already asking, when are we going to have ladies hangout? Uncle Ben, when is it going to be ladies hangout? So this morning I said to myself, for one, I know they like wahala. I don't want make any sister come after me. So I'm like, okay, if that's what you want, we're going to do at least 2 episodes of ladies hangout so you guys can also express yourself. So today is your day. Now, what are we going to be talking about on today's show? We're going to be talking about marriage. Especially, we're going to focus on why young ladies are scared of marriage. So, if you are willing to be my guest, feel free to hop in the studio. I'm just going to be in the background, though. I know my brothers will show up. We're going to allow you guys to talk, but we can tell you guys what we think about your concerns as men, okay? But make una no give us bass at all. We want to have a conversation, a matured conversation. And to make this happen today, I got my 2 baby girls in the studio. My 2 Wahala baby girls. They are in the studio. My co-host, my blogger, they are here. And then they're going to start it up. Anybody from our freelancers family who want to join, feel free to join, especially if you are ladies. And if you stick with me as a guest today, as a lady who called in, I promise you, I'm going to buy you data. Okay? Let's just make it make sense. Now, let me welcome my ladies. Simbi, how you doing, mama?
Hello, Uncle Ben. Good evening. Hi, Rufam. Hope we are all doing great. Yes, I'm so pumped for this episode.
You are pumped
because
already?
I've been waiting. Yes, Uncle Ben.
You Uncle are Ben, pumped.
If we didn't have this episode today, you see us in your dream.
Mudaro.
You need this episode, yes.
Wayo. Achalugo. Wayo. Take it easy. Oh, so now you want to answer Achalugo, Abi? Yeah, girl.
I'm Achalugo now. Yes, now.
Okay, as an Igbo girl, can you tell us what is the meaning of Achalugo in the first place? Lobaton.
A beautiful woman. I just answered you.
Are you sure? You know I have a lot of Igbo sisters. Okay. Any Igbo sisters in the comment, please tell me what is the meaning of Achalugo. Let's see. And while we're waiting for that, let me welcome my second baby girl, my own sweet blogger, my Wahala tiny voice girl that they do where they disturb. Tosin, what's up, mama? How you doing? Hello, Tosin. Lobaton, you see?
Good evening, sir. I'm here.
I thought you run out of steam when I can't hear you.
No.
So,
good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Well, it's actually good morning right here in the United States, but I guess it's good evening with you guys over there in Nigeria. All right, let's get this conversation going, ladies. Are you ready for this? Are you so ready for this?
Sure. Okay. We are
ready.
All right.
And,
so,
Uncle Ben, don't forget, we are actually at the driver's seat. So please.
So make we no talk. Yeah, now we go allow our talk. We will be in the background. We're gonna listen to you guys. No wahala. So Princess Kerry, what's up, mommy? Princess Kerry said Achalugo is light skin with beauty. You see, even yourself, you know to hear Igbo. You see yourself, CB. You know even sabi Igbo.
Beautiful woman, it's the same thing now.
Achalugo.
Same thing,
Achalugo. He's not just beautiful woman. Beautiful woman na Kewine abi na Kewine na abi. Beautiful woman is Kewine, right?
We have Apunawu. Do you want to go there so you can see that I still understand my language, Joe?
Okay,
and we have different dialects. We have different dialects. So
hey, that's not
what I said though. I said Asanwa.
Omanicha.
Omalicha is beautiful. Omalicha is also beautiful.
I tell you, say that Achalugo carry weight. It's different from just saying beautiful girl. Omanicha, baby or baby uku.
Context,
wait, Simbi. Which one be baby uku? Baby uku abi? Which one be uku?
What? Uku is not backyard.
Baby uku.
Okay, it's baby uku. You want hot baby.
Okay, now baby be baby uku. Okay. No wahala.
Uku is fire. Uku is fire.
Okay.
So,
no wahala. I go hear this Igbo language by fire by force. All right. Shout out to my brother Luke. How you doing? Comfort Adagri, Mercy Kendra. What's up, Mercy? And of course, my sweet sister is here, Juliana. How you doing now, Julie? It's been a while. I see you, but I see your comments, your posts, and everything. I'm so proud of you, my sister. Even if sometimes you don't show up in the studio, I always see you doing your thing on your page. And by the way, I always wonder, it's like you guys are not sharing to your pages. So anyway, let's get into today's conversation.
We do,
Juliet.
We do.
All right.
Juliet. Nigerians, they like free things.
Abio. All right, Juliet, you're welcome. Okay, let's get this conversation going real quick. So I wanted to start with what's going on with ladies. And that is why I have you girls here. But first, let me formally welcome you guys to Uncle Beno's channel.
Welcome to Trends Reality, your go-to channel for trending social political updates. Subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. So I'm concerned. I'm worried. We have too many accomplished, bright ladies in Nigeria. These sisters, anytime, any day, they can hold it down. They are amazing. They are educated. They are entrepreneurial. They are what you can describe as a successful, young, beautiful Nigerian women. But in everything they accomplished so far, one thing is missing: no husband. Why? Some of them has been married once, some of them had never been married before. And if my memory serves me right, I think Iniedo was once married. Iyabo Ojo married once. Tonto Dike was once married to that guy. The guy, he said, we amounted to nothing. And the guy is balling with his new wife. And Genevieve, our own queen Genevieve. I have a special place. Yeah, I have a special place in my heart for this lady, Genevieve. Genevieve was there when Nollywood started gaining attention. And she graced our screen when we are growing up. And I love her the way she carried herself. However, I have never heard in anywhere that Genevieve had ever been married. The list goes on. And I think even this morning, thank God my team members are here. My team members actually listed some of the beautiful sisters in Nigeria who are single or divorced. Among them, we have Destiny Etiko, we have Chioma Chukwuka, Tiwa Savage, Tuke Makinwa, Nurse Mirage. Yes, Nurse Mirage. Madam Pop Balu. We have Negi. I think that Negi just have a baby now, right? Is that right? Simbi and Tosin Negi. I thought they said
Yes,
she just had a baby. So she had a baby out of wedlock, right? Okay. We have in Edo Eniola Badmos, Damilola Adegbite, Damilola Oni, Jumoke, Odetola, Nancy Isime. All right. Welcome, my sister Fina. It's been long ago, sister Fina. Where have you been? No, let me come meet you for that side where you do, my sister. I'll be missing you. Welcome. So I'm so happy to have you here. And of course, I got my sister Rose in the building. Sister Rose won't give me bass bows, but I'm gonna wait towards the end of this show. Sister Rose, I will address the bass bows where you won't get with me this morning when we get towards the end of this show. But right now, I want to yield the platform to my sweet baby girls and my sisters who are watching right now to tell me exactly why are they scared of marriage. Because these beautiful Nigerian ladies that I just read their names now, they are epitome of beauty, they are epitome of success. I am proud of them. Okay, I may be a traditional uncle, I may be the type that say, you know what, as a woman, you got to do this, you got to do that when you get to a certain age. Don't blame me, it's because of the generation that I'm from. But despite all that, I am always proud of these sisters. These are our Nollywood sisters, anytime, any day, because they made us proud. I like how they carry themselves, and I like how they were able to stay beautiful and still going stronger in spite of all the millions of young girls we have on the screen nowadays and on the streets of Lagos, Nigeria, as well as Abuja, Port Harcourt, all over Nigeria. Even right here in abroad, despite all these young ladies that are now taking over, these few Nollywood actresses that I identify, they are still waxing stronger, and you can't push them to the side, okay? But there is a but in their life. I'm sorry, I just got to say it. There is a huge but in their life. They are all single. They are single. Deep down, if they want to admit it, they're gonna tell you that is one area they are more or less, in African context, considered a failure. Besides that, they are great at everything they do. One other thing I love about many of these sisters, some of them actually have kids, they have children, and they did amazing work raising their children. Even though some of the men they have these kids with, those men are like Mugo Park, like my beautiful Auntie B will say. Even though they are like Mugo Park, this lady, they hold it down. They raise their kids, and I give them their flowers. But let us start addressing why are they scared of marriage. The reason I think, or how I think we can understand what's going on with these ladies is by asking our young ladies of these days, which I think CB and Trendy Tosin represent, as well as others who are viewing who may like to come in and tell us. I want to know exactly what is it about marriage that makes a lot of young, successful, bright ladies don't want to get into it. Who want to go first? Simbi, you want to go first, or Tosin? Who want to go first?
Let me go first, sir.
All right, Tosin, the floor is yours. Talk to me, Mama. What's happening?
There are many factors contributing to this issue of them not getting married. For some of them, when they have the chance, like when they had men hovering around them during their, when they were still very young, I think they didn't have time for marriage then. Like they were busy pursuing their careers. So that could be one of the factors that is making them still single for now. And then another thing is that most of them are not ready to conform to these traditional rules that comes with marriage. They've made money, they are celebrities, they've attained the peak of their careers. So they don't want to. They may find these traditional roles attached to marriage a bit stressful for them. Another thing is that probably they've not found the perfect. Now, let me use the word right, the right man, the right partner for them, the person who aligns with their goals, who
Mm.
aligns with whatever they stand for, whatever they believe in. Maybe they've not found that person. We have many, many, many sugar boys around them. You know,
Mm.
who may want to get down with them because of their status, financial status, and everything that makes them attractive. But then they can see through such men. So maybe they've not really found the right person for them, or maybe they're just not. They just don't want to get married. Like they don't believe in settling down with a man. They believe in co-parenting. Maybe they want to have their kids outside the confines of marriage, then co-parent with whosoever donated the sperm to them.
Hmm. All right. Let me ask you one quick question before I move to Simbi. So, as a young lady yourself, what would you say you are afraid of when it comes to settling down with a man right now?
I'm afraid of infidelity, and I'm afraid of settling down with a man who ends up being financially incapacitated. Sometimes we marry for prospect. Like we think, oh, this person might eat it one day, might become rich one day. Then when you get married, you're finding
Mhm.
out that this person is going nowhere. So that's another fear I have about getting married. The other fear is the fear of infidelity. Like I would always want my man to myself, mine and mine alone. So for me to get married, that's one thing I'm scared of in marriage, actually. So I don't want my man to be shared with me.
Hmm. So, you are afraid of nothing. That's how I can respond to that. But we're going to come back to that. So, in your own take, you said you are afraid of your man cheating on you. So, that's like the major fear you have when it comes to settling down. Is that it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Please give it up to Trendy Toasting, everybody. Shout out to Uncle Patrick. Uncle Patrick said, I sit down here from my wonderful sisters. Okay, I they sit down here from my wonderful sisters. I know they contribute today. Uncle Patrick, now you go see go help us settle this bad both will soon happen. So because we're gonna need the voice of the elder to actually help us make it make sense. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Yeah, Sister Rose said, why is the concept of being by themselves so inconceivable? All right, we're gonna get there, Sister Rose. Julia said, every woman wants a supportive and understanding husband by their side. These ladies who are celebrities know what they want and won't settle for less. Men in their lives may hinder their career progress. Julia, you are touching on something there when you mention men hindering their career. All right, we'll come back to address this. Let me actually start it now because that career thing is one of the biggest setback young ladies have. I think Uncle Patrick sent a video to me yesterday. I'm gonna play that video after we hear from CB. It was a video of a young lady, young Yoruba girl, sitting in her car. She called her dad and she was lamenting. She actually told her dad that she's going through midlife crisis. And this issue of finding a man was like her biggest challenge. We're going to come to that, but let me bring my baby girl, Simbi, into this conversation. All right, Simbi, over to you now, my sister. First off, tell me what you think was the major reason these our beautiful Nollywood successful sisters are scared of marriage, and then you can tell me after that, to you in particular, what are the major things that give you concern when it comes to settling down? Hopefully, we can address some of them. And anybody from the real fam, as well as our freelancers, ladies who wants to contribute, please do not hesitate. This issue we are treating right now, these are very, very critical issues that is like a wave right now. Is hitting a lot of our young ladies so hard. And the earlier we start addressing it, the better for us all. So, Simbi, let me get your take, Mama.
Okay. I'm going to start by saying every lady has a specific reason why she's afraid of marriage or commitment, as we're going to put it. But if you look at the screen right now, you realize that some of the ladies on this screen, they've been married before. We have Tonto, Dike, we have Iyabo Ojo, we have Iniedo. And for some of them, I think in their marriages, they experience DV, that is domestic violence. Why some it could be money. I think Tonto Dike own, I think it was money. Money was the issue. So now they are divorced. I don't think they would just want to be with any man. They are going to be looking out for those red flags that they missed the first time. I'm going to make sure I get it right. Or you know what? Let me just be by myself and take care of my kids. As for me, one of the things that I'm afraid of when it comes to getting married, I'm afraid of marrying a man who doesn't have financial discipline. That's number one. And then two, a man who is hot-tempered, and a man who doesn't like to listen, poor communication skills, like I can't deal. I don't want to be saying something and you just listen to respond instead of you to comprehend what I'm saying. Or this kind of man that will say, oh, you started again. Oh, you don't want me to express myself. You just hear what you want to hear and then you respond. So these are my fears. Then the next one is infidelity. I don't like cheating. I've said this like a million times. And sometimes when I say I don't want my man to cheat on me, I hear people saying things like, especially ladies, and it's really annoying. You hear a woman saying, look, if you're looking for a man that will not cheat on you, then you're delusional. You're not ready for marriage. You will grow old. They'll age shame you and tell you, don't worry, when you get to 40, you will go to Shiloh and stuff like that. So much pressure on us. So there are lots of reasons why ladies do not want commitment. And then let me touch this one. The idea of submission in today's marriage, that society right now, ladies are not having it. Because Uncle Ben, 20 years ago, women were not really, working. No, 20 years. What am I saying? Let's say decades ago, like, yes, let me say 50 years ago, it was very okay for the man to be the sole provider while the woman would just stay back and take care of the home. But right now, that's not the case. Right now, women are bringing a lot more to the table. We are working, we are taking care of the home, and then sometimes some of these women don't even have time for themselves. And some of these women lose themselves in that process. It's changing. You don't expect a woman who is working and paying part of the bills to come home and do all the chores. That's not fair. She'll be worn out. She'll be exhausted. And when a woman is stressed out, she'll start looking older than her age. And then you say, my wife is no longer attractive. How can she be attractive? She doesn't have time. She's doing everything by herself. So all these things, and for someone like me who grew up in a home where I saw my dad helping my mom to do everything until we were able to start doing house chores, I would want my mom to also do things around the house. I'm not going to use the word help. If you're sweeping your house, sir. You're not helping me. If you're cooking what you're going to eat. What if I'm not around and the kids are hungry? Are you going to give them biscuit and juice? No. Go to the kitchen. I believe I would have made provision like soup in the freezer. Just heat it up in the microwave and give the children their meal. So I saw my dad doing basically a lot of things. In fact, sometimes mom would be like, please don't do that, especially when we have guests around, because they start raising their eyebrow and they start crying. In fact, there was this neighbor of ours, when my dad still rest in peace. One day she came around and she saw my dad chopping vegetables, and she was like, "What? Your dad can cut vegetables?" I'm like, "Yes, what's there?" She was like, "Hey, my father would never." I said, "Taba." I said, "That one, that's your family. That's what brought you." But over here, women being stressed out is not. We don't see it as, what's that word? Virtuousness. That does not make you virtuous. You being stressed out and worn out. I never saw my mom being stressed out, but my dad is always there to help. So that's what I want for myself, and that's okay. I don't like the whole you're going to get old or you're being delusional. I saw it happen. I lived it. So what's there? I know not a lot of men will agree with what I'm saying right now, but right now, if I'm working, then I can't be doing everything. Or else you want to be Odogu and then I'll become Odogu's wife. Then I sit back, stay at home and do everything. But I can't be paying bills and be doing chores at the same time. Let me just pause here for now. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's a very good one. That's a good opening. I pinned down a couple of things. I will try to address them with my own little way as an uncle, and hopefully our matured viewers can also chime in. I get it. I understand the fears that you guys are nursing now, especially young girls. When I say young girls, I mean ladies in their, if you are 35 and below, I consider you young girls, young ladies, even though you are a grown woman, I still see you as young ladies. And I understand all these fears. Sister Marriott, the day I go enter Canada, I go meet this Sister Marriott. 2 days now, I go stay for your area. I make I disturb you. Sister Marriott say, Uncle Beno, switch the topic. No, I didn't switch the topic. We are okay. So we are simply looking at we are doing ladies hangout today. I want to look at why women are scared of marriage, and I'm just giving my sisters as well as anybody who want to chime in the opportunity to come and at least tell us what exactly they are afraid of. Now, I've heard from Tosin and Simbi, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Your fears are legit, and you are right to feel the way you feel. But I got some questions that we're gonna address together, and I'm gonna continue to share the link for any other person who wanna come in and be part of the panel to help us make it make sense. So let me go through some comments here real quick. So Juliet says, aside from being a celebrity, as a woman, once you are accomplished, some men think your success. Okay, some men think your success.
Can I read that?
Go ahead.
Okay, Juliet is saying, aside from being a celebrity, as a woman, once you are accomplished, some men link your success to Olosho and not hard work. It is not easy for women to find a true man without falling prey. That's Juliet.
All right. Please, my grown sisters and aunties in the chat, you can help me start to address some of these concerns, please. We just have to encourage these younger ones so they can see that life is not really how they see it in terms of marriage and what they are afraid of. So please let us just do the shalaye together. All right, thank you. The next one, Simbi.
The next one. So Princess is saying, if you get money, go do surrogacy or better born pikin wey go take care of you. That's their aim. Marriage no be for everyone. They ain't ready for better for worse. That's Princess
Okay.
Karen.
All right, and then Juliana.
Okay, so Juliana is saying, no woman desires to have their man. I'm sorry. No woman
Yeah.
desires to have their man all to herself. Let's not forget that they are polygamous in nature. Just face your fear and pray. Oh my God, no,
I pray
Juliana,
for
I
him.
disagree with you. I
All
pray
right,
for
all
him.
right, all right. I'm gonna come back
Okay.
to that, and you will be shocked at what I will say about that. Let's move on to the next one. From Messi
Okay.
Kendra.
Okay, so Messi is saying most of our women celebrities do not want to settle down. Is because they don't want a controlling man, a man who will stop their career, a man who will hinder their freedom. Okay, that's Messi Kendra.
Okay, Sister Rose.
So Sister Rose is saying some people are happier by themselves.
Yep. Next one.
Sister Rose is also saying some people only get married because everyone required it of them. Societal pressure.
All right. Messi Kendra.
Okay, Messi is saying being married is not an achievement, but your achievement is how well you have achieved your goal in life. That is why most of them end up becoming a single mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with the next one, Juliet.
Okay, Juliet is saying that is the problem of many marriages these days. Some men want women who will be fully domesticated and have no excuses.
Okay, and next one.
Okay, Sister Rose is saying some may not be scared, they simply don't want.
All right.
That's valid.
Next one from Princess Karen.
Princess Karen is saying negative experiences. Women who have witnessed difficult marriages or divorces. Okay, sorry, or divorce in their families or social circles may develop a reluctance to marry, fearing similar outcomes. That's true.
All right, give me just a second here. I'm trying to load this video. Okay. All right. Let me see if we have some more comment, and then we're gonna proceed. Hey, shout out to my sister Misty. Oh wow, where have you been, my sister? I actually sent you a message when I didn't see you for a while. I'm like, what happened to my sister, my one and only lawyer? Where she did? Shout out, Sister Misty. All right, take the next one from Misty, please.
Okay, so Misty is saying marriage is truly beautiful when you are with the right person, but I strongly encourage my baby sisters to pursue education or business to be financially stable. Find a supportive man. Thank you, Misty.
All right, let me start that one. That's a good one. The next one from D, please.
So D is saying nothing you will ever do will be enough as a Nigerian woman until you are married. Now, wow, 2025.
You see, I like people who accept reality. You know, sometimes there are some truths that you can't shine away from. It is what it is. If you are from Nigeria and some part of Africa where we more or less worship marriage. It doesn't matter how successful you are as a man or woman. I know it might sound like, okay, Ben, you are going crazy now, but it is what it is. And we all know this fact. It doesn't matter how successful you are as a man or woman. If you are from a place like Nigeria, Ghana, I think Kenya
Africa,
too, they value
as a whole.
marriage in Ghana. And I think I don't know much about how they do it in Uganda, but I know there are a couple of countries in Africa where they worship marriage. It's like marriage is everything. And we grown up in that culture and that environment, it doesn't matter how successful you are. If you are not married, it simply means you are a failure. Don't get me wrong, please. You are not a failure. As far as I'm concerned, so far you are happy with your life. You are doing what you want to do, what makes you happy. I don't care. I really don't care. But deep down, if you ask yourself, there's going to be times you will say, oh, did I really miss the opportunity to be married to the man or woman of my dream? I've seen a lot of older women and men who in their 60s, they are single and they are regretting. I've always said, don't listen to what you see on TikTok or social media. People will always put some narrative out there to justify their lifestyle. But to be honest, many of them, not all, some of them are really regretting at old age, that loneliness. But if this can be of any comfort, I would say you don't have to be depressed or unhappy that you are single at old age. Because if you end up getting married to the wrong person, maybe you won't even make it to age 60. The man or woman may unlike you. It both ways. I've seen many uncles, many men, because of my side hustle, I've covered a lot of barriers that literally showed me that there is nothing in this life. I've covered many men who went to early grave because they are married to the wrong person. I've seen some men who went to early grave not because they are married to the wrong person, but because of the stress, the responsibility, the challenges of providing for their family literally drove them to their grave. I've seen women who lose it all because they can't find love. All they kept asking themselves is, why is it me? Why is it happening for others and it's not happening for me? So please, the point I'm making is I'm just referring to what Sister D dropped there, that nothing you ever do will be enough as it will be enough. As far as you are a Nigerian woman, until you are married, maybe we can change you, but we still have to understand that this is part of our culture. And that is why, to me, I would rather subscribe to the idea of let us give people tips. Let us encourage people. Let us teach young ones how they can find their soul mate. And let also teach them how to manage relationship. See, there are some people who can't even manage relationship, not to talk of marriage. There are some people who can't even keep. So I've some sisters have spoken to me before. Their relationship not the past 6 months. Once I saw one lady one time that was celebrating 1 year relationship. She said since her adulthood, this is the first time she was able to keep a relationship for 1 year. And people were laughing, they were mocking her in the comment until other people now join and say, yes, the same goes to a lot of men too. We go through this. I know some men who can't manage one girlfriend. Every three months, they are changing women like say they go a K market. It's crazy. So that is just what this conversation is all about. We're going to try to address the fears as much as we can. May God help us. Simbi, take this one more comment, and then I will hear from Sister Rose. Oh, I see my honey baby's here
Okay.
too. And then we will move on. Take this comment from Sister Marriott real quick. Let's go, Mama.
Okay. So Sister Marriott is saying women can shalaye sha. Yesterday, the men said the women want a man with money and they are looking for money. Women have given 1,000 reasons already. Sister Marriott.
All right. Look, I see your comment. Look, let me just tie, but today is for our sisters, so they got the floor today. Oh, shout out to my sister Yinku. The Sister Yinka we no agree old. If you see Sister Yinka, you go think say she be 35. But Nalayo, not let that have beautiful face, and those are fine videos convince you. Anyway, Simbi, let's take this comment. Let's go, Mama.
Okay, so Ma'am Sarah is saying seeing divorces, toxic relationships, or emotionally distant marriages, whether in family, friends, or media, can plant fear of ending up the same way.
Yep,
on point, ma'am.
exactly.
Thank you.
Oh, Sister Mario saying like my outfit. Sister Mario, thank you, but I know what you are trying to do. You want take style. You raise me up where before you go wire me now. Now make I just say one thing now. Make I just do one small coconut head now. You go switch on me. You go punch me. But thank you, my sister. I appreciate that. You see, I'm trying to be young. My 6-pack is coming now. Only say them CB no go greet tell me the truth. Don't they encourage me? The only person where they encourage me my daughter. Now only my daughter they encourage me. Oh, my daughter will say, "Hey, Dad, you look good. Dad, I know your tummy. Okay, now your tummy
Uncle
is going
Ben,
down."
Then
my head
the
will
day
sweat.
I complimented your dressing, you thought it was a setup. You see?
Because
That
I
day you
don't
were
give
like,
me too much
CB,
bad
no
boost.
start today. Oh.
I no trust on now. Now don't you give me bad boost. If now they complain, they fear now. Sister Rose, we never start anything today. Sister Rose, tell me say today na me and I beg. All right, let's run quick through this comment. Take this one from Misty, please.
Okay, so Misty is saying, is it not crazy that many people in wrong marriages are trying to escape marriage while a good number of singles want marriage?
All right. Okay. Thank you. Let's come back to the studio. I have Sister Rose and my honey babe in the studio. Thank you, my sisters, for at least deeming fit to be part of this conversation. Sister Rose, I already see where you stand from the chat, but never punch me. That's why I never pass my boundary. Sister Rose, what's your take so far? Looking at these beautiful sisters, our Nigerian actress, because we are looking at two things now. What do you think is the reason why they are married despite all the success and everything? And it still seems like they are inadequate. And then two, when you look at the world generally, with the young ladies, young girls that we have nowadays, many of them are afraid of marriage. What do you think is responsible for this, ma'am?
Ben, I want to address, I may get into that later if you don't mind, but I want to address something you said, your comments. You said something about in African culture that you're saying, oh, I'm so glad that people say things realistically, that in African culture, it is important to be married, that it doesn't matter what you accomplish. You are nothing. And you're
No. I didn't say you are nothing. I said you will never be regarded as a successful woman or man unless you are married.
You didn't let me finish. That was what I was going to say. Regarded perception, not that you are nothing, but this is the ideology and the thought process. So what I want to address then now, because people have that, because people don't regard you as anything, because you don't have this man on your arm or by you, in the name of appearing something to someone, or in the name of getting so-called respect. So now people have to get married. People have to get, even though this is something they may not want, or even if they do want, Oh, I'm getting too old, so I marry anything that I do not like. So people are supposed to get married just so that some other set of human beings who are of no use to them anyway will see them as somebody, as accomplished. Then you also made another statement, and please, this is not me attacking you. This is just me addressing what you're saying. You also made another statement of people watch what they listen to and watch on TikTok, that there were a lot of people who regretted not getting married. Well, listen, you can listen to so many different opinions and hear different things. And there are a lot of people who will say that being married was the worst thing. There was a lady, when I was in my 20s, she was teaching me computers. She was married. She had the big house. And she told me, Rose, I am very lonely. I know women who are married and the marriages are empty, but they're married. They are Mrs. I know one friend who told me that this was really hard to believe. She said the only thing that she's getting out of the marriage, listen to this, the only thing that she is getting out of the marriage is to say, I am a Mrs. That's the only thing. I still find that so hard to believe. Okay, so different things for different people. I'm not advocating for or against. But my thing is that this whole thing of this perception that you have to be married, this putting this pressure, isn't the concept of not even why isn't the concept of somebody wanting to be by themselves or not wanting to be married conceivable? A lot of people are in unhappy. You talked about the men who can't keep relationships. Did it ever occur to you that some of these people don't want to be married? They don't want to be. This just that this is what society. Marriage is a concept that was. Then it's a longer story and it's a longer history. Some of these things were created, by other people for certain reasons, not because it's what you are supposed to do. So again, please, because I don't want anyone now to say, she's saying it because she's not married. First of all, you don't even know what my situation is. I don't put my business in public.
No. Just say
and
your
then then please, Ben, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to cut me off and you're trying to dismiss me, and that's not nice.
No. I'm just saying that don't think that maybe somebody say this or that. We are trying to learn now. So just go ahead with it because I'm really enjoying your take.
So I want it to be very clear. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm not knocking marriage, and I'm not saying stay single. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying there is the possibility that a person just may not want to be married or have seen too many horrible things that will this is not worth it. Now, in terms of these women, and I'll conclude because I really don't know. I know Tonto got married, but it wasn't a disaster. It was a disaster. Yeah. I'm not sure what went on. Iyabo Ojo, I don't really know anything about her. I'm not sure what happened with Genevieve and Naji. And then Iyabo, I think she had some fertility issues, problems with her mother-in-law. And I don't know, I get the sneaking suspicion that I don't think Ini wants to be married. I think she really would prefer to be single. I think it's more of an obligation, societal obligation for the little tiny things that I've heard her say in some interviews. So that could be their reason for being scared. And then the times are changing. We're living in different times. Marriage was considered a status thing, a requirement. Some people just don't feel it's worth it. And then Sibi said something that was very true. With a lot of these men, it's always something with them. You have to you have to cook and clean, and you must cook and clean. Then what are you bringing to the table? Then before you know it, they don't like the way this one looks. Oh, she's too old. Or she could even be the best looking person. They still will find a reason to leave her. And so some women are like, I don't have time for that mess. I really don't want to deal with this. There's nothing I can do to please you. You would change at any minute. You're looking for a younger woman. So some people may have said, you know what? I just want to stay by myself. And the final thing, then you will be shocked. You will be surprised that some men, because you see, men know other men. Some men don't even encourage their daughters or their girls to get married because of the rotten things that they see men.
You say some men?
I know some men who do not like the idea because they've seen what they rather their daughters or their sisters be educated, because they've seen a lot of the rotten things that men do and put women through. So you'll be
those men, sorry, Sister Rose, are those men that you're referring to right now, are they here in the US or they are in Nigeria or in Africa?
No, not the ones in Nigeria. They're all people here. But
okay,
it will interest you to know that 3 of them were actually African. 3 of them were actually African because of what they've seen and experienced their sisters and their mothers go through. So they have a different, because like I said, this is a new generation, a new era. So people are seeing things differently, and they're like, why should my sister or mother be a slave in these relationships that cause them nothing but pain and agony? Because remember, the child too suffers from these lousy relationships.
And those men who said they don't want their daughter to be married, are they married?
No, they're not.
Okay, good. And now I get where they're coming from. Well, if I have to clear the air before I move on to Honey Babe real quick, let me just ask this. You can choose to answer or not answer this, just because of learning's sake. Are you scared of marriage?
Ben, and I answer this with the utmost respect. You know, I respect you. You know, we talk. I would prefer not to answer that.
All right, good. No problem. It's just because of the topic we got going on. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is it that women are scared of when it comes to marriage. So no problem at all. Yeah. So your stand is the world is changing, the people are changing, and some people are deciding to stay single.
My stance has been, let everybody choose what they want. I'm neither for nor against. If a person wants to be married, let them be married. If a person wants to be single, let them be single. But I'm just saying that for some people, because of so much pain that they saw their mothers and grandmothers go through, if you are in a good marriage, it's fantastic. If you're in a good marriage and you're for it, it's fantastic. But I think a lot of fears that many women have, particularly in America, the things that they talk about is a lot of the abuse, the femicide. If anything goes wrong now, the woman doesn't want the marriage anymore. Some of it ends up fatally. So they're like, why even deal with this person at all? They just don't want to deal with it. And then here's another funny thing you may find. There are some people who are in their marriages. They'll tell you, "Oh, my husband, he's good," but they just don't like it. They're bored, and they just don't. You know, and now the man is suffering because this is something that they don't even want anymore.
All right. Thank you, Sister Rose. Thank you. All right, Honey Babe, let me come to you real quick before I play one video. We'll react to that video, and then we'll move on to the concluding side. And by the way, Honey Babe, that video you sent to me was fantastic. I'm going to show that video to our audience towards the end of this show. You guys go and subscribe to Honey Babe YouTube channel. You know why I like that video? It's a business video. Your channel is about business, and I love that. In fact, you are one of those sisters I'm really proud of. I like people who say, okay, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to go all out to do it. That's my kind of person. So that's a good one. All right, Honey Babe. So you're welcome, my sister. So this is Ladies Hangout. I'm only here because I'm the host, and I'm trying to understand what ladies are thinking. Sister Grace told me yesterday that I should stick to my gender that I know much about. Make I not even bother to come to address the other gender. And I'm like, okay, Auntie Grace, I did my lane. So, Honey Babe.
Yes.
I started this show with these our fantastic sisters in Nigeria who are celebrities. They are successful, and we can see their track records. But the only thing that doesn't seem right from an African man perspective is that they are not married. And I've had them spoken severally. If you forget what they are saying into the mic, if you can think deep down, you can sense that they want to be married, but maybe they just don't find the right person. I think we spoke about Iyabo Ojo which day. Even Auntie B was here to bail me out from my sisters. We won't tear me apart. When I said that, I don't see the reason why Iyabo Ojo should have married Polo if they have all that chemistry. But what we're just looking at today is, in my own conclusion, I think many of these ladies, they are scared of marriage. And besides, I just use them as an example for the show, but we are really looking at individually now. We have a lot of young ladies out there now in their early 30s, mid 30s, some are in their late 20s, and they are already afraid of getting married. So I want to understand, what is it exactly they are afraid of? So take it from there, honey babe.
Thank you very much, Breno, for letting me speak on this lovely platform. I think even the way you've headed this hangout is we are scared of marriage. I think personally, and you can agree to disagree, or you can comment after I've spoken, I personally believe that both men and women are scared of marriage. I don't think it's just gender based towards the women. I think that with what's going on now with abuse, DV, a lot of stuff going on, and seeing what our parents or our grandparents went through, it would make sense that men, both genders, but you're focusing on women, would want to be very careful before they enter into marriage. Because what seems to happen is that there is this kind of like romanticization of marriage. Now, I think a lot of people go into marriage, they're more focused on their hair, they're more focused on the attire, they're more focused on the shoes, the band. I'm not actually focused on what it entails to actually be married and having to deal with and someone that you was not brought up with, and you are now coming together as one. And I think the issue is that a lot of women, I will say both genders, don't want make the same mistakes as our parents and our grandparents. Because as much as you're saying that in the past that a lot of women got married, a lot of them, like Sister Rose says, are not happy. My mother was one where she got married at a very young age and things didn't work out. And she realized she wasn't happy. She was still determined to stay in the marriage. And it was a case of when she realized that my dad had moved on, she finally realized the marriage was over. And I think I remember her next door neighbor was saying that didn't even know that my mum was married because my dad hardly ever came home. So in her case, she was married, but she was actually single. So there's a lot of women in that kind of category where they are married but are actually single because the man is nowhere to be seen for whatever reasons it is. And so I think for a lot of women, they personally, for us, I think that if we learn from history, most women, they want to be very careful before they step into the realm of being married. Now, I've been married before. I've been very candid about the fact that I've been married and I was divorced. Now, I'm not scared of marriage, but my thing is that I need to work on the things because I believe that I was to blame as much as my ex-husband. I'm very realistic. I'm all about being accountable. But my thing is that before I enter another marriage, I have to be emotionally ready and mature, because I don't want to be married again and then it fails. So I think a lot of people that want to enter into marriage, I assume, would have that type of mindset that they do not want to get into marriage when they are not mature enough, and seeing what our parents went through. We don't want to go through that because marriage is a commitment. And once you're married and have children, it's very hard to get out of the marriage. And with what's going on with DV and all, etc., etc. So I think that's where the issue, that for me is the reason why. And this assumption, when I'm kind of going back on what Sister Rose said, that you are happy being married, I think I don't personally believe that, because I believe your happiness, you are happy in yourself, and being married is an extension of your happiness. So to say what you said, there's a lot of people on TikTok that would have, if you want to find something on TikTok, you will. So you would find the thing of people in their 60s wanting to be married, but at the same time, you can find people being married and wanting to be single. You can always find evidence of that. So to use TikTok as some kind of data, I question that in some ways. But what I will say personally is that I just think that we should be focused on kind of like, just educating people, because I personally have a real issue with this cultural narrative that you are only being married is a status symbol, and your education and everything else, because your legacy isn't marriage. Your legacy is what people think of you. And I think we're still having this narrative in 2025 that that being Mrs. is more important than anything else. Is quite sad and very disappointing. And I think we need to move away from that narrative by educating both our boys and girls that, this type of narrative and this type of cultural kind of mindset, it has to change.
All right. Hello, honey babe. Thank you.
Sorry, I probably went on for too long, but that's all I can think of right now. Sorry if I went on for too long.
No, thank you. I think you and Sister Rose, you have similar opinion, which I really appreciate. All right. I'm gonna play this video, and I would like to have everyone's take on the video. But let me quickly address something regarding one of the things Sister Rose mentioned about men saying they don't want their daughter to be married. Welcome, Sister Grace. How are you doing? So many things here to do. D accused me of changing format. Sister Natu say yes, I changed the format. Which format I changed now? I can just come here and start addressing this issue without showing you guys example. I don't taste more for this business. I don't make una come begin to punch me. If I just come here and say, okay, ladies, tell us why you are scared of marriage, and I don't bring example of successful ladies that we are proud of who are still single, and we are wondering why. It not go make sense. That's why I choose to do it like this. Obìnrin, women, Jesus. The day I go see D and Marriott alone, now the guy like say we no live for the same area. I go literally close for work. Just go sit down for a house. Make I just give a headache small before I come back. But I'm enjoying it. Thank you, my sisters. It make the show make sense. I didn't know that this format, when I will complain again, I think say this format will make sense. Well, all right. So I want to play this video of this lady who obviously was upset. She was crying as she was talking to her dad. She called her dad and she said, Dad, I think I'm having midlife crisis. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. When Uncle Patrick sent the video to me, I watch it. It touches me because I don't know why. Maybe because I have girls too. I have soft spot for girls, and when they talk, I can feel the pain, because to me, I can see my own daughter in every other young girls out there. So sometimes I just try to be the father to, even though they don't know me, I just try to understand them. So when she was crying and lamenting about how men are treating her, it's difficult to find her and everything, it pains me, because from the way she speaks, you can tell this is a very, very educated lady. She's a Yoruba lady, and it's like everything is set in her life except for that one thing. And for her calling her dad makes me love her more. I know I'm still a young dad, but the relationship I have with my kids, like my two girls, like we literally discuss everything. Even when they started their circles, I'm always like the first person they will call and tell. Namigo, they go store, pick stuff, and my daughter tells me everything, and I think that's why they wrap their hands around me. That they chop my money. So when this guy was talking, he paid me like how I wish I can just snap my finger and just make it happen for her. But anyway, let me play the video and then we can address it together.
Hello.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello. Yeah. What is you?
I'm good. Are you sleeping?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Daddy, I feel like I'm going through like a midlife crisis. I don't know, like I'm not dating anybody. And like, I don't think I really want kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want kids. Yeah, I don't really think I want kids in the future. And like dating nowadays, like it's not like before, like how Tope found her husband. Mm-hmm. And like the guys out nowadays, they're just like not as good as before, you know? And like, I just feel as though like I don't want to like settle for a man that doesn't like fulfill me, or like a man that I have to like physically support because like he's not capable of, or like has even like reached the level that I've reached, or the success that I have achieved in my life. Like I don't want to settle, but like I just feel like I guess I wouldn't say pressured by society, but I just feel as though, because like I'm seeing all these things, maybe I should be doing that too, like get married and like have kids and stuff.
Well, I don't think when you meet that person, you will know.
Exactly.
That's all I can say to you.
Exactly.
You don't have to let society pressure you and stuff like that. I understand what you're saying. Everybody will go through midlife crisis. So it's normal to go through it. And I have friends that wonder or more of your age now. They're going through the same thing that they don't want to bother and stuff like that. And we, wherever she was, Africa, not only Africa, outside, like I said, our man saw people that can't be more cheer, pushing group, and everything, but but it's not only for everybody, but but what I know is to worry any, like you said, so you've attained certain success and all that, so you cannot just settle for anybody and stuff like that, so yeah, that is true at the same time too,
Yeah.
And that's true at the same time too, but you can get my Lord anyway,
Yeah.
Get my Lord. Girl.
And like
yeah.
I want guys to Anita, like they're so horrible, daddy. Like this guy, he asked me out on a date last week, right? And that told me that I should meet him in Starbucks. And I'm like, I'm not meeting you in Starbucks. Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You can't be meeting in Starbucks. Get him on one in Starbucks. Like, are you crazy? I should meet you in Starbucks for a date.
Yeah, well, anyway. I meet you in Starbucks now. Just, open space. You just talk and everything. So what I like, that should be the end of it, but you don't want him to meet you at your house on the first date. You don't want to go to his house on the first date either.
Yeah, no, so my thing is that out of all the restaurant and places, you chose Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's just ridiculous.
Okay, I got you. Yesterday, I say TMA, just going to happen.
Amen.
I say, so to preside one, no,
so.
To preside one, no, so.
Yeah, the dad is just saying in Yoruba that God will provide her own husband, that she's going to meet her own husband. And the dad says he's going to continue to pray for her too. So that's just what he's saying in Yoruba.
It's your choice. Don't let society pressure you. Well, all I know is let me come see. He came to Nigeria and found somebody for her daughter. So we just hope it's going to work. And they're going to marry, yeah, and they're gonna marry when of course come up with a wedding. So
okay. That's not what I want. I don't want to be supporting any freaking guy.
Like, I understand you.
Like like giving birth, like that stuff is not easy.
I understand you.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, it's not easy. Everybody's talking about it left and right, so we as parents, we are concerned about our kids and everything, but hey, you can't just force your kids to just do things, so because this is a different world now, so like you said, all I just know for him.
Yeah, I don't want to go through any mental stress, all because like at a certain age I have to be married and have kids and then do all of that to be miserable in the house. Like I don't want to do that. I I don't care about stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ayeti. I like how the dad called. Oh man. Oh man, I love how the dad called her towards the end. The dad say Ayeti. You know, I'm a Yoruba guy. The dad is a Yoruba, and the way the dad is calling her, it's always sweet for we daddies to kind of have a nickname for our baby girl. You can tell that the father loves her and she's very, very free with her dad. That's why she can call her dad up and discuss something like this. Before I let my guests, my panelists to start addressing this, I'm going to share the link for any other person who please want to chime into this, because I particularly like this video when Uncle Patrick sent it to me, because it addresses everything that is affecting our younger ladies these days, especially ladies in their, I think it's only once they cross 35, that's when some ladies' head begin to correct. Many girls, once from 34 downwards to like even 23, if you listen to what some of them are saying these days, you will be wondering, like, did your parents even teach you anything about relationship at all? You guys are just listening to online videos. And that is why I said it earlier when I mentioned TikTok. You listen to people who don't know how to manage their expectations. They got into relationship, and many of those, trust me, I'm just going to put it out there, 70% of those people who turn up their camera and they're advising people about relationship online, many of them fucked up their relationship. And they don't want to take accountability. That's why they turn on camera and start spilling rubbish. And this is the reason why I keep telling people, you got to be careful what you consume online. You have to be super be careful what you consume online. People who go through trauma, people who have deep-rooted pains, they can only teach you from a place of pain. Listen to people who are true to themselves, who can admit, this is where I effed up in my relationship. I don't want you to make this same mistake. But when you go to this TikTok, social media, and people are just giving you this imaginary life that doesn't exist, and they start telling you, men are scum, men are dogs, women are ashawo, women are that. You are corrupting your mind. They are simply messing you up gradually. And as parents, the moment you start hearing your teenage girl or boy start saying things like, I don't like marriage, no, I don't have time for that, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, I'm a traditional man. It may not sound well with everybody. But for me personally, as a man, it's against my principle. You can't mention shit like that around me. Oh, I ain't getting married. I'm shutting that shit down immediately. You know why? The people you listen to their story online that are feeding you all this BS story about how terrible people can be. That is their experience. Don't let their own personal experience ruin your own joy and happiness. You don't live in their life, you are not going to end up with the kind of people they end up with. I know, I'm just being coconut head uncle, but I'm telling you right now, don't just picture yourself in the life they are describing for you. When they say, in my marriage, sometimes I don't go to Pastor Shola's page. And be honest, I love what Pastor Shola is doing, but sometimes I don't even go to his page because some of the things they share there, as a young, single, unmarried person, or as somebody who has been once married, and you have this terrible experience, when you see what people are sharing there, if man waka pass your front, it go be like when you cut their neck off. If you hear what some men shared, Every woman, when you look at them, you will just have that mental picture of that nonsensical thing they shared online. No, your life is unique. Your life is different. You are unique. Your own person will find you. And this is where I always speak to parents. Be involved in your kids' life. I know one time I said here that I don't believe in all this woke parenting. You know, my sister, Sissy, they say, Uncle Ben, you've twisted the definition of wokeism. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm saying it the wrong way. But all I know is that I don't buy into this modern day parenting ideology of, let the child be. Don't hear. Don't talk. Just be calm. You will literally send your baby girl or boy to school. They will become engineers, they will become doctors, but they will be an emotional wreck. I don't care what people will say. As far as we're concerned as Africans, as far as we are Christians, if you are not married, something is still missing as far as your parent and family and society is concerned. I am not saying you must be married by fire, by force. And that is why I said, for me, when I see somebody who has been married before, the thing crash. And the person say, I'm not married again. Well, I'm 1000% behind you. Because sometimes marriage can be crazy. Even I've shared some of my own personal experience. Even some of us that we live, that we are married, it gets something will go happen at times. You go just ask yourself, say, how did I even end up in this thing? I'm being honest. But so far we are Africans, so far we are Christians, we're still going to have that reservation. No matter how successful you are, no matter how brilliant, how the accomplishment you have, that our African mindset, that our religion, bigotry mindset, go still tell us, you can be all that, but do you know that I've said it one time here before, there are some associations, there are some areas you can't talk if you are not married. If they shut you down, you go pepper you for body, but yet you can. I made an example one time when one lady was, I think it was on one other platform or something, and somebody was making an example of this feminism thing, and the person was using Chimamanda as an example. And I asked just one simple question. Is Chimamanda not married? To be candid with you, if you look at how Chimamanda speaks, how she talks and everything, people like us, where we get traditional mindset, now run, we go the run, say, I can't marry this one. But yet, she is happily married. She is managing her marriage and she's excelling in it. And yet, she is still a strong advocate for women's rights and equity. So please, I'm just saying, this video we just play now, this video reflects everything that is wrong with modern day ladies. So as my guests are addressing this, these are the things I listed from the video. In case if you didn't follow the video, she said how Tokpe found her husband. I don't know if you all heard that. In other words, she's comparing. She's beginning to feel inadequate. Oh, daddy, you know, the relationship is not like what it used to be. You know how Tokpe found her husband. How Tokpe found her husband is not how you are going to find your own man. Two, she mentioned what this thing said. Make I see, make my light go pick across. She said, with all my success, with everything, daddy, I think I'm having midlife crisis. To be frank, I live in the US. Ladies like, look, I cover, if you go to my business channel, 365 Media, go and watch all my wedding videos. I cover wedding of our African children here in the state. You get one where I cover, even the guys that will follow me go to the coverage, we laugh, tire. That lady has, like, you know how they do this wedding and they have two set of bridesmaids. By the time they are introducing themselves, young, beautiful ladies, gynecologist, engineer, doctor this. And they do the record. I'm like, I hear me, tell me, bami. I want to take gbogbo weight on. So when she says she's successful, yes, These young girls that we have here in America and as well as in Nigeria right now, they are killing it. They are making bastard money that they don't even know what to do with it, because their parents raised them, their parents sacrificed for them, but still they still want to show to their parent that I am adequate and I'm completely successful in everything. But here she is. She said, I'm successful, but yet these guys out there, they are not just what is supposed to be. Then she also said, I don't want to settle. I know said, I know they like to hear this one. Thank God, Sissy no day here. Make I dance more. Oh shit, dear Mario day. I know dance too much. You see this matter of I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. I'm going to be candid with you as an uncle.
But
when I hear,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. No.
Yes?
I wanted to. She also mentioned that she doesn't want kids. You're missing that part. She said she doesn't want kids.
She said I want to. Oh, that one.
Yes,
We addressed that one in another show.
Of the video.
Okay, she don't want kids. Now
she said she doesn't want kids, and Daddy was choosing his words.
Okay, let's go. She don't want kids. She said, I don't want to settle. For me, when I hear a girl or a boy of this modern day, the moment I hear it from your doctor, say, oh no, I want to settle. I ain't settle. I will look at you curiously like, do you really know what you are saying? Listen, everybody who have been married, please, if you have been married before, or you are still married now, tell me this if I'm lying. Everybody who has been married, whether they have successful marriage or they have unsuccessful marriage, they settled. They settled for that person that they are with. Many people, many couples will tell you, I am not married to my dream woman or my dream man. So meaning, when you say settle, I don't get it. Although I get it when women link that settling to poverty. I'm not settling for somebody who is below me. I get that. But when you want to say, I'm not settling, watch how you say it. If I'm a young man, I'm looking for a wife. The moment I heard, I don't want to settle, I'm gone. Because even in marriage, at one point or the other, you are still going to settle me. There are still going to be things you don't like in your spouse. But for you guys to have a happy home to move on, you will settle, you will agree. So the only time I accept when people say, I don't want to settle, the only time I accept it is when you are talking in terms of finance. Say, okay, me, I'm a doctor. Make I go marry somebody who is a school start holder. I agree with you. But when it comes to all this appearance, not this nonsensical 6 foot 6'10", whatever nonsense young ladies are describing, I'm out of it. She also said, let me see, he plenty. She also said, that Starbucks, yes, that's the one I will say, and then I will open the floor again. She also said, this guy want to take me out, he want to take me to Starbucks. How can I go to Starbucks? Let me tell you something now, please. I go tell you now, as young girls, if for instance I am single and anytime we hang around, I have a lot of successful young single guys here, and I hear what they are saying. A lot of guys these days who are really, really accomplished and they are good and they are really looking for a wife, they don't do that expensive first date again. Let me just give you this expo, maybe it go work for you. They don't do that expensive first date again. Oh, we're gonna take you to a 5-star restaurant. Many of them don't do it again because they are more concerned about, are you really into me or you are into what I represent? If not me, they find wife now. Check that guy says Starbucks. We know they go any Starbucks. Oh. Now bus stop, now I go say, may we meet. If you can't meet me in the bus stop, carry go. It's not what relationship is all about. And that is why I keep saying, parents should do more. You have to teach your children, talk sense into them. Many of the children, they are just educated, very, very educated, but they really don't have wisdom and they don't understand what life is all about. Thank you very much. The floor is open. I still have Sister Rose. I still have my sweet honey babe, and I have my Ify here. Thank you. So, Sister Ify, since you are the last to come in the studio, let me give you that opportunity first. What part do you want to address on this? Go ahead, my sister. By the way, thank you for coming, and you are looking awesome as usual. But no punch me, oh.
What color of your problem is it this afternoon, Uncle?
I just the para.
The color of your problem is it red or green or white or black? Which one?
Not black. Oh, you don't say I wear black.
Well, I did. That one say nah black. You know what black means. Anyway, what's up?
All right, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? Yeah.
See, to be honest with you, I don't know why this is even a discussion on Kubi. You know where I stand. Live your life the way you want to live your life. If you want to get married, fine. If you don't want to get married, fine. If you want to have kids, fine. You see, I was listening to Daddy Freeze one day, and he said something. And he said, every woman on earth will never get married. Let's understand that. And everybody on earth will not have children. Let's understand that. But we live in a society where if you're not married or if you don't have kids, it's an abomination. I don't know who told us that. And that's why you see a lot of young people, they go to church and, praying that they must, get married by fire or by force. God might have other plan for you. That is not marriage. But if you don't answer Madam or if you don't answer Mrs., it seems like you don't belong to this part of the world. So I don't like to use people as an example. Somebody like Iyabo, Inedo, and whoever the person is, including Oprah. I don't like to use people as an example. You do what works for you and what makes you comfortable in this society. Yeah. My friend was telling me the other day that her daughter said, "Oh, Mom, I think how old? She should be about 12. Oh, Mom, I don't want kids. It's too much responsibility." So she asked her why. She said, "Oh, you have to do this for us, do this for us, do this for this person. And you're gonna tell me to go pack lunch and do this and do that." She called me and said, "Well, if she grows up and that's what she wants to do, so be it. Why are we making it so, that you must get married and you must have children? Raising kids is not easy. Let's understand that. And if somebody decide not to do that, so be it. Leave the person alone to live their life." Iyabo is married and her daughter was married and her daughter will be getting married very soon. She doesn't want to do that again. That's her decision. She might not have good experience. Not everybody that is married is happy. A lot of people, there are more divorced people now than married people. A lot of people are more, when I talk to my patients and listen to them, most of them are more miserable than, single people. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, a very good friend, and she opened up and told me what she said, "I'm only in this marriage because of these kids. I want you to understand that. It's just the kids. But I have checked out a long time." So, you can imagine, she said, "I don't mind being single. However, I'm not saying that there are people that their marriage is not working. There are people who are happily married. But I just don't want us to make it as if, if you're not married, you're not happy. If you don't have kids, you're not happy." Look, we have this impression that our kids will take care of ourselves. These Gen Z kids better start planning for your future. Don't rely on your kids that they will take care of you. Because most of you go to the hospital, most of them, you ask them about their kid, they will tell you it's a different story. It's not that they didn't do they didn't do well as a parent. They did the best. Gave their kids everything. But this Gen Z, they're in a different world altogether. So I don't like the issue of, seeing people differently because they refuse to get married or they have a partner, but they're not going to get married. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, but do you?
Oh, right. Thank you, my sister. I don't know how long you've been listening, but actually today we're having ladies hangout, just like we had men hangout. And I know go let us finish our series before I go ask, say, may we do women, where we do women. So let me just ask you this real quick. Do you believe that a lot of women, not all, but a reasonable number of women are afraid of marriage nowadays? Do you agree or you disagree with that?
I do believe.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this question just like I ask everyone. You can answer me or you can just not answer it, okay? You in particular as a sister, are you afraid of marriage?
No, I'm not.
Okay, thank you, my sister. So now, if you are to advise younger girls that are in their early 30s or maybe late 20s, what would you tell them about marriage? Would you tell them don't do it or do it?
So this is what I would tell people. Like I said, do what makes you happy. I'm not going to say that there is nothing bad about marriage. Marriage is good if you are in the right marriage, or if you are with the right partner. The only reason why we talk about marriage not being good is because of the bad experiences we have experienced, or the people have experienced. So I will encourage people, if you want to get married, it's good to have a partner. However, I also encourage divorce. I don't want you to die in an abusive marriage. To die in an abusive marriage.
Yeah.
So if you're happy, of course, stay married. But if you're not happy, leave. I'd rather remain single the rest of my life than to be in an abusive relationship. So it's all fine. If you're married and you're happy, stay married. A lot of people have been married for, when I talk to my person, some of them say, we've been together like 60 years. He'd be like, huh? I said, now when people tell you to marry for 1 year, he said, well, it takes a lot of hard work. So married, go ahead and give it a trial. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't make you a bad person. Our parents, if they know what they know now, trust me, most of them will not be married.
Okay, thank you, Sister Ify. Because of my time constraint, we started early today, but now no quick come. Make una no blame me, because I know Dia and Marriott will still accuse me that we end quickly when people are talking. Sister Natu, have you shipped my product first? Because I know they do women hangout. Make I talk the one way concern me. Have you shipped my not that for Sister Natu? Where my perfume?
I will ship out tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm going to send it track. You get it by Saturday.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now what's your take, man?
I think, like I said in the comment section earlier, I said marriage is not an African thing. I think we Africans have demonized marriage, and any woman that is not married make it look bad. And I think you're trying to come from the Christian perspective. But if you read your Bible very well, I'm going to list some women for you. Martha was never married. Rahab was never married. Judith was never married. Anna was never married. Anna was a prophetess. Lydia was never married. Mary Magdalene was never married. Singleness is, yes.
Sister Natu, Anna no married.
No. Anna
so, baby, you don't even know the Bible you're quoting. You're here quoting Bible for us.
Anna no married. Which of the Anna? No, the Anna. Wait, Sister Natu. Are you talking about the Anna of Old Testament or the Anna of New Testament? Mudaro. Want to give me lossy? Now don't carry me go where my leg no reach now. Dr. Adama, man, I never come for me first. Okay, go ahead, Sister Natu.
So I'm just listening out for you that is not a bad person. All these prominent women that we mentioned never had kids. The fact that one of the roles that women have been created is to procreate, like my sister has said, it's not every woman that will give birth. It's not every woman that will get married. What we should focus more on letting women do is enjoy life. So because we spend much time focusing on that part of that thing, a lot of women miss out on a lot of things. And then by the time age has passed on them, they're like, oh, I didn't do this, I wish I did this, I wish I did that, I wish I did that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So honestly speaking, Africans have demonized marriage so much, and it's not good for women. Singleness is not a bad thing. What I'm going to say to young women, enjoy life. If a girl tells she doesn't want to marry, you don't know what the trauma she has gone through, or she doesn't want to talk about it, and that's fine. But when people say something, don't jump into the conclusion and start judging them. If you don't want to know what they've been through and they're not saying it, leave them alone. I just feel like marriage, God created man and woman to procreate. Yes, there are other things that God created us to do. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if somebody does not believe in God, they can never understand your view of the institution of marriage, and you can't fault them, and you can't tell them they are missing out because they don't understand that. So you have to learn to accommodate people and understand them. I'm telling you, that's the reason why people are horrible parents, because they are not called to be parents. That's why they are being horrible parents. God has called them to do other things. But because the society has made them understand that they are calling as a woman is to have kids, that's why they are being terrible mothers. Let them go and fulfill purpose in what God has called them to do. Lydia has done an amazing thing. Rahab was one that saved generations. She didn't see her own family. The purpose that God had called her, but she fulfilled it. Anna was a prophetess. Lydia uncle. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't cast uncle.
Sister
So
Natu,
it's a lot.
you carry us go Bible.
I now you start the Bible, now I bring out for you. Now you start and now I
Okay.
bring out for you.
Okay. Sister Natu. All right, Sister Natu. Oh, you no need to ask yourself. I wanted to ask if you are scared of marriage. There is no need to ask you. You are already in a beautiful one. So
wait, let me tell you. No, I am not scared. I've always wanted one. I've always wanted one. What I wanted was it what I got? No. Why? I think because I was not fully prepared. But as it's going, we are learning and we are adjusting. And I wanted to say something real quick. So the girl mentioned that she doesn't want a guy that she will support. And I asked in the comment section, I said, what do you mean by support? Marriage is two-way street. Marriage will test you. If you like marriage, don't go take. The day that business and tariff go up and he hits his business and he needs help, and his wife cannot step up, even you'll be ashamed of yourself. So the issue of I don't want to support anybody, as long as you want a man to support you, you have to prepare yourself in a place where if your husband, you are a helpmate.
Thank you.
So if they come to a place where your husband needs your help and you need to step in, my sister, you go step in.
Make I drop mic. Sister, not to make I drop mic for you. Yes.
I'm telling you, because you have to help. You are helpmate. That's what your job is there. If your husband wake up today and say, my job, let me tell you, when I was getting my brother, now baby girl like this, I believe in all of those things. When my husband moved to America, he's an IT guy. I had to start doing his certification. My husband had to leave work and work as a janitor in a university so that he can have time for classes and have time to write his certification. That means what? That means pay cut. And he came to me and he said, this is what's going to happen. I have some savings. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I think I'll have to meet you at some point. Did I have to step up? Yes, I did. Am I enjoying it now? Yes, I am.
Thank you.
It's a sacrifice. It's a two-way street. If you're going to need a man that will support you, you should be ready that he's going to need you in the future. And if you cannot fulfill that role, your purpose as a woman, as a wife, is being defeated.
Thank you, Sister Natu. Thank you for that submission. I really like it. Thank you, Sister Ify, for your submission. It's like, you see, that's why I like talking to intelligent sisters. No be the ones that we go carry me go where my leg no reach. Thank you. Now, Dr. Adama, Doctor, please, so I get headache for stomach. No punching, no below the belt, please.
But Ben, you know you're not too late. Adama is coming for you.
All right, my doctor, what's your take, my sweet sister?
Let me greet every woman in the panel. If in they were my sister, Natu, greetings, Simbi, Rose, Sister Rose, greetings. But Ben, this is an interesting topic. I really enjoy what you said so far, but at the same time, I love what Ify and Natu said. Marriage is not for everybody. So the earlier we learn to respect people and their decision, the better for all of us.
Yeah.
So let's learn to meet people where they are. And I think like to buttress what Natu said, the African setting, what we look at marriage as, and the pressure we put on women to get married. This is my advice for any young woman that is willing to get married, that is ready. Please get to know yourself first. Make sure you've attained or you've achieved, you've enjoyed life, you've done things that you want to do. Do not just go into marriage all in the name of you want to get married because Neka, your best friend, got married last week. That's not how marriage works. Get to know who you are and at the same time, know what you're getting into. I will not advise any woman to stay in a marriage because you have kids and at the end of the day, you don't feel fulfilled. You're not happy. You're supposed to be happy. You both are supposed to be happy. Learn to communicate wisely. Be realistic with your goals and achievements. And at the end of the day, the third thing I wanted to say in regards to are women saying, oh, I can't marry a man who is not financially stable. Not everybody is e-money. And just like Nasu said, not everybody is Dangote. If I'm married to Dangote, I don't know about any other woman. There's nothing like I like earning my own money. I like being financially independent because you know why? God forbid that man gets into an accident tomorrow. I want to be able to pick it up from wherever we are and not be in a financial strain. That's just me. So I like know what is going on with my finance. I don't care if I'm married to a billionaire, I have to contribute something because it's called partnership. It's not called leave it for one person so that it can drain them. But at the end of the day, let's be realistic on what we expect. It takes two to tango, not just one. Our women are burnt out because guess what? Women get pregnant, they have to get the family together. But at the same time, our men should learn to come in and help when they know when you see a woman going through a lot of stress, come in and help her because it's not easy. And here in America, I don't know, I can speak for where I grew up. Here in America, everything you pay for it. You pay for it. Manage yourself wisely. So if you know you don't have the finances to have 4 kids, stop having 4 kids. I'm sick and tired of women when I hear women say, "Oh, my husband said he wants 5 children," and you know you married a man who is not. When it comes to doing house chores or doing things, He's not going to get up and help you. So what business do you have having 5 kids? Like, it's just unrealistic to me. And tomorrow you see them in the ER with blood pressure, all kinds of things. Why should I feel sorry for you? When you know you marry someone, when it comes to contributing or helping at home, that person is not going to be there. So be realistic with whatever children or how many you want to have, because everything here in the diaspora costs money, including daycare. So for those that like doing children 24/7, good for them. As for me, if it's more than 2, I don't want it. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, my doctor. It's always when we are having fantastic conversation that my time will be running. I don't know whether or not they wait. Make I F up first before I go enter studio. Come correct my brain.
I didn't even see it in the group. I didn't even see it in the group that you had a live. I didn't see it today.
Oh wow! And I actually share it earlier. Anyway, this is part 1. We're gonna have part 2. If we don't have part 2 tomorrow, we will have it definitely on Friday, and it's still gonna be on Ladies Hangout. Please, my sister, the reason we are having this show, from my own point of view, is to help educate younger ladies. Now, I am afraid. I'm sorry. I'm an African dad. I'm afraid at what these young ladies are saying, especially from age 18 at times, all the way to like 32. When you hear what some of them are saying about marriage, it scares me as a father, And these days, so far you give your children electronic devices, it simply means that some other people are in their ears. So that's why I'm hosting this show, to at least get my elder sisters, matured sisters, to be part of the Ladies Hangout, so that you guys can help me make it make sense to these younger folks. So I have Tosi and Simbi in the studio. They are actually the first 2 that started before I move on to that lady that was crying, and they identify a couple of things. Tosi, are you still here? Tosi and Simbi. So for Tosi said,
Yes. We're
all
here.
right, good. Okay, good. I just want to confirm. So Tosi said on her part, the reason she's afraid of marriage is because of cheating and infidelity, that she's scared. She don't want to end up with a man that we end up running the streets on her, that she just can't stand it for a man to cheat on her. And, I will just allow you, my sisters, to address this point maybe in 1 more minute so that I can round up and run to work. Then we continue where we do part 2. So that's one thing to say: identify cheating and infidelity. Then when I asked my Bass Boss co-host Simbi, I need a pastor for this girl. Simbi listed about 16 she's afraid of when it comes to these modern day men and getting married. Simbi said money. I don't blame Simbi. Simbi now Moibo. Welcome, Sister Nessie and my sister Yvette. You're welcome, ma. It's good to have you. So Simbi said money first, that she's afraid of getting married to a man who is not going to be financially capable to take care of her and take care of business. Because, please let me clarify, she's coming from a place that she herself, she's a hardworking young girl. Simbi has been working for me for a while now, and I know almost all her hustle. That's why sometimes we even fight backstage. They go, don't hustle, go before I go see them, can't even do our company work. The three of them. So Simbi said money first, and then Simbi said, Simbi also mentioned financial discipline. So please take note. One thing is for a man to make money. The other one is for that man to have financial discipline. And then Simbi said that man must have financial discipline. She don't want to end up with a man that will squander everything at the end of the day. Everything they work for, the man will just mess it up. Then Simbi mentioned hot-tempered. She said she don't want to settle down with a man who is hot-tempered, and I think that is a very valid reason. This is not just coming from Simbi. In case you don't know, I used to run connection. I do connect men and women behind the scene, and this hot temper, in fact, misogynist are going to they call herself, and where are the miss my where D and Marriott. Is hot temper part of misogynistic? What do they call that? Yeah, you one they use anyway. A lot of the ladies
misogyny.
Now, Nasabi, a lot of the ladies that spoke with me, that confided in me, they don't want to end up with a man whose character they can't even predict. A man who will flare up and maybe start putting his hands on them or yelling or shouting at them, which may lead to verbal abuse and all that. So, and then she also spoke about communication, that she wants somebody she can talk to and all that. And lastly, she spoke about submission. Simbi, I don't really get that your submission right. Are you saying you don't want to marry to a man you will submit to? I don't understand. Do I need to open the Bible? Quickly clarify that, because I want my sisters to round up for us. What do you mean with that submission thing?
Uncle Ben.
Yeah?
Don't misunderstand me. If you want submission, you have to treat me very well. You have to take care of me. I need to feel loved and cared for. I can't submit to someone who will abuse me emotionally or physically. So you give something and you get something in return.
Wait, because if me I draw my own conclusion now, Marriott no go agree, so I go leave her for my sister. I have issue with everything you identify as Simbi, because for me, I think it's coming from a place of fear. But because of my time, those are just the thing I want my sisters to help me address real quick. Please, as matured elderly sisters, let me start with Sister Rose real quick. These 6 items that my girls identify, Sister Rose, what would you tell them? Because to me, I feel like they have not even experienced life to that point that they should be so worried about these things, and now they are scared of marriage. What would you tell them, Sister Rose?
I don't remember I don't remember all the 6 things.
Cheating, infidelity, money, financial discipline, hot-tempered, communication, and submission. Those are like the things they identify that worries them about marriage.
Those are all legitimate concerns. So what could I say against that? Her concerns are all legitimate. So what could I say against that? I can't say she's wrong for not being concerned. So,
my worry is, I think many young ladies these days, they just assume that these things will happen to them when they get married, and they are not even there yet. So that's my worry, man.
This is what, Ben, this is the best way I can answer this question for you. For anybody coming up, the most important thing I feel for you is being educated, being able to take care of yourself. So whether you have a man or not, you are self-sufficient, having a high self-esteem, being sure of yourself, because if you don't have high self-esteem, if you don't love yourself, anyone can use you, even a good man, because when you don't see yourself, when you don't view yourself in a good light, chances are that man may not, unless he's really, really good and he'll build you up. And as far as the issue of submission, that really is a long story. We don't have time for that. But I will say this. When a man is a man in the true sense of the word, and he loves you, you don't need to ask for submission. That woman will submit to you naturally. She will do whatever. All the guys who treated me, all the men who treated me well, and I was very fortunate with that, treated me very, very well. It was easy. Well, I will be honest. I'm very funny about my money. Don't you dare touch my money. But I would even give them my bank. I would even give them my bank. I would even give them my bank card. When you are a man in the true sense of the word and you treat a woman right, it's natural. You won't even have to ask. Men who ask for submission, I think I don't want to paint everyone with the same brush. But men who ask for submission are the ones who I think who are failing. Real men, alpha males with who got it going on, who have their stuff together, who love their women and treat them right. If the woman is good, unless she's trashy, you don't even need to ask. She will submit. And one last thing I want to address, but I will say it very quick because it's for part 2. As far as support is concerned, there's a lot of women who supported men. There's nothing wrong with supporting a man. You should. In an ideal world, that's what you should do. But there's a lot of women who supported men. And all those women ended up as being used. And I think that's the reason why we keep on hearing this. I think a lot of this, you got to have this, is a trauma response to women who were played and got used by men. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, Sister Rose. Thank you. I will see you in the second episode, my sister. God bless you. All right. Let's quickly move on to Honey Babe. Where my Honey Babe day? Honey Babe. Over to you, my sister. In a nutshell, should these young ladies of nowadays, should they be worried about getting married based on what my girls identify so far, which is cheating, infidelity, money, financial discipline, hot-tempered, communication, and submission? Should they be worried when they are not even there yet that marriage, I don't want them to do this or that? Yeah, go ahead, man.
Personally, I want to kind of like agree with what I think Sister Adana said, in that you need to find yourself first before you even think about getting married. Find yourself, anything you want to attain, business wise, education wise, do what you need to do. And I think personally for me, I think we should change the narrative, and similar to what someone said in the commentaries about what it takes to obtain a happy and healthy marriage and relationship. That should be the focus, not on who's scared, not on who should be married and who shouldn't be married. I'm all about everybody having choices. And in the same way you choose to be married, in the same way we should respect the choice that someone doesn't want to be married. And as Sister Iffy said, not everyone on this earth is going to get married. And I think people need to understand that. So this emphasis and this toxic pressure to get married makes no sense to me. Because as I said, not everyone will get married. And I think reality has to step in. Now, I don't have any aversion to marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. But like Sister Iffy and a lot of the ladies said on this panel, it's about making the right choice and having the right partner. When you are married to someone that is the right partner, marriage is a beautiful thing. I see it in many of my friends that are married. But if unfortunately you are in a marriage and it doesn't work out and you choose to leave, there should be no condemnation. Now, if you are not married, it doesn't mean that you're not normal. And I don't like this kind of narrative that if you don't want to be married, you're not normal. I will never pressure. I have 2 sons. If I had daughters, I would never pressure my children to get married. If they don't want to get married, it is their choice. They are adults.
They must marry you.
That is you. That is you, Benno. We agree to disagree. I don't believe in this toxic pressure of pushing people to marry. And half the time, look at Annie. Like I said, did she have a happily ever after? No. I just think that you should naturally want to get married if you want to. But this societal, cultural pressure, I don't agree with it, because I've seen, myself included, I was pressured into marriage and it didn't work out for me. I'm not blaming anybody, but I was pressured. And I wouldn't want that for my children. I think that if you want to get married, get married. I love the way that father in that video that you showed was very supportive. He's not a typical Nigerian dad that probably like you, Benno, that would want to pressure your child into getting married. I just think that personally, let people No, it is pressure because I've been there. I don't want to go into it in this program.
It's not pressure. It's just a requirement. You must be married.
I agree to disagree.
By who,
Let's not do this.
Requirement by who? Ben, you can't see it. Requirement by who?
Because of my time.
You are only the parent. You cannot. This is the thing. If it was university, if it was education, we like I said to you, it's so you can only direct your children. You can encourage them. You can inspire them. You can advise them. At the end of the day, they will still make their choices. I believe it is not my place to force my children when they get to that age that you must marry. I'm doing it out of selfish reasons. And if one of my children says to me, I don't want to get married, I have to respect that. I have to respect that. And I think this kind of sorry to say toxic mentality that because you have a child, you want to control every area of that child. I don't believe in that. I believe that once you have children, once they're adults, you have to respect their choices, even if it's choices you don't agree with. That's about respecting choice. And I'm very much about respecting people's choices. I don't have to agree with it. And for me, when it comes to my children, if they say to me that they don't want to get married, I have to respect that. That is part of being a parent, supporting them when you don't necessarily agree.
All right, honey babe, you are opening up a very huge topic, and that's what I think. I'm off on Friday. Friday is where we're going to do part 2 to this show. Make the house kukuma blow. You are opening up a lot of things now, honey babe. Honey babe, you are pinching me right now, honey babe.
I'm not pinching you because the thing is, I've experienced what you are saying. I love my mum, but at the end of the day, she realized that pressuring me into marriage wasn't a good thing. I have beautiful children. I don't regret it, but I will not do and pressure my children the way that my mum did and my parents did. It doesn't work.
It's not pressure. It's not pressure.
Don't give me that. I love my mum, but I remember my mum saying to me, she was saying to me that it's generational curses. I need to be delivered because I'm not married at 30 something. It's not funny, but that's the type of thing my mum said.
I'm sorry, my sister. I'm sorry, honey babe. It's the way you are saying it.
My mum doesn't listen to this, so she'll be quite upset. But I'm all about being transparent. And what I'm saying to you, that toxicity and that pressure, it affected me. And I just think it's not the right thing as parents. Encourage your children. If your child wants to get married, support them. If they don't, it is what it is, mate. At the end of the day, not everyone is going to get married. And we need to be realistic.
All right. Thank you. Oh, honey babe, I see all my
the thing with me, anything I say, I always say it from a point of my experience.
I know. That's why I love you, my sister.
I have lived it. So what I'm saying is based on my experience. And for me, pressuring children to get married, adult children, doesn't make sense to me.
All right. Thank you. You see, we have a lot of repairs or healing, or I've been at therapy. I go call them. I don't know. Let me see who will help me say it better. We have a lot to do in our community when it comes to this matter, and I'm just worried because of this. Our young children, and they are growing up with this Western crazy mindset. It bothers me. I'm sorry. I'm a traditional African man. Man, I know verse. All right, Sister Ify. I know. Say you don't read the scenes. They look your face, Sister Ify. 1 minute, your final take on which one is all of now the shakehead? Stand out to the shakehead. What have I done now? Okay, Sister Ify, over to you, ma.
Okay, so I agree with what my sister said. The people that asked the question about cheating and all that stuff. Look, nobody goes into marriage expecting her husband to cheat. Let's understand that. But there is always communication prior to you getting married. Look, this is what I can take, this is what I cannot take. And then it's up to you to see if you can move on or move forward. Let's assume you're in that marriage and your husband cheats on you. It's up to you to decide if you want to stay in that marriage or if you want to leave. So the issue of cheating is very, very explanatory. I have a friend who her husband gave his STD. She told me that about 2 weeks ago, that her husband gave her chlamydia. Can you imagine? Guess what? She's still in the marriage. It's her choice. I don't even have no advice. She's a full-grown adult, a full-grown woman. Did the husband apologize? No. What he did was to go get her a flower I'm like, I was confused. That could be HIV. That could be any other thing that she can live with the rest of her life. But again, it's not my decision to make that, decision for her. If she chooses to stay in the marriage, so be it. Does the husband stop cheating? No, he's still cheating. The issue of submission, again, I don't understand this issue of submission. Submission is both ways. Respect me, I respect you. I'm confused about this. So what do you mean by submission? I don't get it. It's very confusing to me.
So no. What's happening is that I think Simbi is afraid of submission, and she's not there yet, and she's speaking on behalf of millions and thousands of our young girls in her age. So I'm just worried that yes,
I'm not afraid of submitting. I'm just saying I'm not submitting to an abuser.
But you are not
I'm not going into marriage.
Uncle Ben,
yeah, but you do know that people change. I'm not going into marriage with that mindset. I'm just saying if it happens, like he changed, I'll change too, because I'm human, just like him.
Problem.
So if you're supposed to be sensitive to my feelings and my needs, and you're not, don't expect. I'm not a miracle worker.
All right, no problem.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna address all this on the part 2, because what I actually wanted my sisters to do is to use their experience to assure you younger folks that because some people have bad experience, it's not going to happen to you guys. In Jesus' name, continue, Sister Ify, please.
Yeah, let me address something right here, because this is the type of comment that really pissed me off. Somebody, AJ here, said cheating is cannot end a relationship or what. I was listening to what's his name, Pastor. Oh, he's on Instagram, and a woman posted about what happened to her. That her husband, not only does her husband cheat, her husband only wants a sex with her. Eventually, now she's suffering from it, and her husband left her. So, are you telling me that cheating is not enough? That somebody can give you anything and you still stay in the name of marriage, bro? I know you have sisters.
Don't worry, Sister Ify.
Let's say, God forbid, if that's HIV. I know HIV is not a death sentence, now. But what if? And you telling me that it's not gonna end a marriage? Oh no, hey Father.
Don't worry. We'll come to all this on Friday because of my time.
Let me not go there. Just let me.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I already put the time here. For those who would like to join us on Friday, I'm off. So we're going to start by 11 and we can go as long as maybe 3 hours because I'm off. So Friday is going to be 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you are in New York, that's going to be like 12 p.m. But if you are in the same time zone like we in Texas, that's going to be in the morning, 11 a.m. All right, Sister Ify, please round up your comment.
The submission thing, it goes both ways. The issue of financial stability, just like my sister said, is not, all of us will not be rich. You might be better than your husband financially. It does not mean that you're not going to support her. Most men support their women. I don't like this issue of financial stability. Women, we talk about this, but we have, most of the time, men who support their husband, give them everything. Once a woman get a little bit of money, she's talking about her money. No, so remove that mentality out of your head. If you want to marry somebody and you are in a position to support, be there for your husband. I'm sure both of you can even be, have a better communication on how you can even lift yourself and even do better financially. So because you have more money, you don't want to support the man that you want to, but you want to marry somebody who is richer than you. Come on, look. Some of these things doesn't make sense. Abuse is something I cannot condone. Whether physically or emotionally, it's not even a discussion. Hot-tempered, these are the things you people have to talk. You have to date the person, and no, don't even try to change somebody. If you know that you're not going to condone the man the first day of the discussion, please don't bother marrying the person, thinking that you will change the person, because long run you might not change the person. Communication is an ongoing stuff. Therapy, I like a lot of therapy. We talk to patients a lot, about this. Understand each other. Language of communication can be, difficult sometimes. But if you guys understand each other, trust me, you will enjoy marriage. Marriage is good. is enjoyable, but at the same time, you have to apply a lot of wisdom. It is
All
not.
right.
It's not by force.
All right. Thank you, my sister. You sound like a relationship expert now.
She's one of the, but she's not just a relationship expert, she's an MP psych. She is one of the best. She's my sister. Yes.
Oh, really? She sounds like a relationship.
Yes, she is the best.
Okay.
So leave her. When I see she and Natu, I always come in because both of them. And yes, when you listen to these two women, you will learn a lot. Keep an open mind.
All right,
because
that's a good one.
And sentimental. If it's my sister.
Thank you, Sister Ify. I love you, Mama. That's a very good one. I think after we do part 2 of this show, because I'm the one who was keeping my men underground, I beg them, make them no show up for today so that we can have clear conversation. Una no surprise, una no to see men today. I actually beg them, I beg, make una no show because my sisters, you don't tell me I don't roll with these sisters. I know them. Even me, when I want to say something, I go first say God, I beg, will protect me when I drop this. So make them know help me interpret them. Thank you, Sister Ify. I think after part 2 of this show, maybe we're gonna have another one where I can actually bring the men and the ladies together, and then I would like to have Sister Ify, man of prestige, to help me come and make it make sense. But thank God, Uncle Patrick day. So maybe next one, Uncle Patrick done the listing since he go help us address it well. But I know best. So like I've always said, don't take my words for this. So me, I'm from Ondo, and as Ondo men, strong get too much for most of our team. My own way. Now one way approach, I'm this black and white kind of person, and when I know verse. So sometimes when I give you my own advice, just see and say, now that could not tell Uncle now they talk. So see what you can do with it. If the advice no work for you, just drop away where I talk. It's not an expert advice, Obiko. All right. My doctor, your final take, ma, on this one, based on what my lady said, what do you think? Cheating, infidelity, money, financial discipline, hot temper, communication, submission. Should young girls be worried about this when they never even entered the marriage? Now, when they tell maybe this, that's all the point I'm trying to make. Please, doctor, what would you say, my sister Adama?
I think her fear are legit and they're valid. And another thing you need to understand is we're in the social media era where people come out and air their private business publicly. So people get to know what is going on with this person, or this person cheated or whatever. And her fear are valid, but at the same time, I want her to be realistic. My question, I'm going to direct this to Simbi. And what I want to advise you is get to know who you are first and make sure you know what you want. And at the same time, have boundaries. Do not settle, because if you tend to settle for something, or say, like if he said you're going to change this thing, you can never change someone that doesn't want to be changed. Focus on your own growth, and at the same time, all I want you to be realistic with when you make others' demands. What are you yourself bringing to the table? Because just like you're requesting all these things, I hope as well you're ready to bring whatever that person is asking of you as well. So it's not a one-way street. So you both have to have that understanding. When it comes to finance, yes, like I said, every woman should be financially comfortable. You should be financially comfortable before going into a relationship. Do not go into a relationship because you feel that man should take care of you financially. No, I don't believe in that. Secondly, when it comes to cheating, like if he said something, if that's a deal breaker for you, you said you cannot tolerate cheating, or you feel you might say now you cannot tolerate it, and you fall in love with this person, get married to them, and you go through counseling, and you guys will bounce back. So there are ways and tools for you to not navigate those things. But what I will not encourage you to do is stay with someone. Is one thing someone say, oh, I made a mistake. Is another thing when it's a continuous thing. Like if he said, those of us that are in the medical system, we always say this: people's medical record, no matter how beautiful or cute you think they are, they do not wear their medical record in their foreheads. You will be surprised when you run a test on these people, what those tests will come out as. So be careful. Be
Thank you.
careful. Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
my
that's what
lovely.
I want you to, be careful. And in terms of what's her name? Tosin saying something. Tosin was her own was cheating as well.
Yeah, cheating and
Yeah,
infidelity.
infidelity. Yeah, cheating and infidelity are the same thing. If you've been cheated on before and you've been with someone that's cheated on you, please, if you can't get over it and for some reason you have anxiety, anybody you get to know or you're dating, you feel that person is going to do the same thing for you, my sister, I'll recommend you should go for therapy. Because at the end of the day, the same advice I'll give to my 24-year-old daughter is what I'll give to either one of you. So be realistic with what you want and communicate it. And do not be afraid of therapy. Therapy is a good tool for you to express your fear and know what you want before you get into it. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister Adama. God bless you, ma. I want to thank, in particular, I want to thank Simbi and Tosin for at least representing the young ladies on today's show. I actually asked them before we started the show that, hey, can you guys dig into what are those things that ladies are afraid of before coming into marriage? And they came into the studio, they deliver. And thank you all my sisters for at least putting this advice out there. We sometimes we don't know where all these videos they reach. I've seen people have sent me a lot of messages that sometimes they shock me. They will say, "Oh Ben, thank you, on one of your show I learned this on that," and I'll be like, me where we say I just did rough everything together. But I really, really appreciate everybody who shared. Please, young ladies, listen to what matured sisters are telling you. The world is not crazy as you think it is. So, Sister Nato, I beg, what would you tell young ladies who might come across this show about being afraid of marriage? Please, Sister Nato, help me Kukuma round it up completely.
I think my sisters have said almost everything I wanted to say. But the other thing I want to add is like as Honeybee has said, be self-aware. Another man like Ife have said, you have to be self-aware before you go into. There are a lot of things that I learned after I entered marriage, and I wish I learned it before I entered. You understand what I'm saying? So I always try to encourage, be self-aware, know what you want, create your boundaries, let the person know where you stand. I was talking to someone that was very close to me recently, and she said that she didn't know a deal breaker. I was shocked. So people are different. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is for me. It might not be for other people, which is okay. So that's why they have talking stage, and that's why people go for courting. So when you court and you talk about the things that you have to be very open. When you're not open and don't talk about certain stuff, and then when you get into marriage, you expect things to happen automatically. It won't happen. You have to be able to talk. The person know where you stand. If it's something that you cannot tolerate, not even go further. And then also, um, talking about when what's her name? Stevie was talking about money. This is gonna be my advice. You can't have it all. You understand what I'm saying? You can't have it all. So you have to have somebody. Yeah. So like in my see when it comes to my business, I manage the money well. When it comes to money that we put in with other people, I manage it well. When it comes to my own personal money, I spend it anyhow. I buy my shoes. But the thing is that I'm telling you, I swipe that card and I buy those shoes, and I tell you it's my money. But the thing is there is that in some marriages, in our house, my husband is the money manager. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are gonna be things that you is your stronghold, and there's gonna be things that is your husband's weakness that you have to take over. There are things that he has to take over that is those stronghold that is your own weakness. So you have to be able to understand that and relinquish that position to that person that is able to do that efficiently, and then you'll be able to flow well. But man of prestigious to say something, you attract what you fear the most. So if those are the things that you keep saying you're afraid of, it's gonna keep coming to you. Work on yourself, put your best part out. I'm telling you, magnet does not attract like plastic. Magnet and metal they attract. So if you make yourself a magnet, you attract that metal that is like attached and meant for you. If plastic come, it will just hold you fall down because you people you're not compatible. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're the one talking about the things that you don't want, like man of will say, that means that the work is lying on you to do your work. so that you don't attract those people that you don't want into your life.
Sister Natu. Hey. Shout out to my sister Chinye. Sister Chinye, you are a late comer. Now you go buy drink where all of us go drink. Sister Natu, thank you very, very much. But I can't let this one go. This your shoe problem. I need to talk to my brother. We are going to delete your Amazon account.
Let me tell you. No, Amazon that I buy it. I can go to their website all time. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell you in the group chat. Me and my husband had to separate our Amazon account. Everybody has their own. The man was tired. No.
Honestly, no. It's too much. I'm dealing with the same problem here now.
This shoe matter. I don't do therapy. I don't do prayer. They don't give me one closet for my house for shoes. Just leave this matter. Because it is a
no. Oh, thank you, my sisters. You see, it's Simbi, when you're talking about financial discipline and money, please, I'll encourage any other girls to come back and watch this episode. I think I will cut the last part and repost it. Just listen to what all my sisters have said. Sister Grace don't want me the other day say make I stick to my gender. I know my gender. Make I no talk about women own. That's why I keep my mouth shut. Make una talk, even though say I find trouble here and there. But please listen to what all my guests, my sisters have said. They have the experience. They've seen life the way it is. For me, all I can say is that the people where they are ahead, they knows better. Please, young ladies, don't be scared. Relationship is not as bad as some of you made it out to be. It's social media that is making it so difficult for us to embrace life and be happy. Social media, make I call it where I call it Nigeria. Social media has made it so bad that when you look now, all you see is just United Nation of red flags here and there. So that's why, my sisters, please, if you can join us on Friday, please be
part of the show on Friday. No be red flag again. No be red flag. Now red signboard.
Red signboard.
Red signboard.
Seriously, it's like when people look now, all they see is red flag. So please, when we come back on Friday, I simply want my sisters that will participate on the ladies hangout on Friday to please help me educate young girls how they can spot guys that has all these qualities they are afraid of. One thing though, you can never get a perfect human being. Nobody is perfect. It's just like when Simbi mentioned hot temper, I was laughing. Reason why I was laughing is like, if you know me 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, I am a wreck when it comes to hot temper. I know they take nonsense at all. And I go blow up. In fact, sometimes even when I'm right, the way I go just spark, I go scatter the whole thing. I can't do wrong at the end of the day. So I was laughing when CB mentioned hot temper. But how would you know this person has a hot temper? So those are the things I want my sisters to help me. Please do your research. Come and help me teach these younger folks. All these so red flags that we're talking about. How can you identify them in a man? And what are the things you can work with and the things you cannot work with? Because sometimes young ladies think that this man will just come perfect. It's a gold. Nothing. He will not have any blemish. But that is not the way it is. So on Friday, help me come and teach young girls what are the things you should work with. What are the things you shouldn't even think of? Let me settle for this one, please.
Robin, instead of saying coming to teach young girls, I would rather you say come and share your experiences.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Good. Because please come and share your experience.
Because guys, we don't have it perfect. We all learned along the way. So we're probably just gonna teach what we've learned. It might work for some, it might not work for some.
Exactly. Thank you. So please, on Friday, that's what we're gonna focus on. Nobody is an expert. My hot temper was so terrible, and I thank God that I marry a woman that very, very calm, very, very calm. She get crazy, but her own is that you have to like push her to the wall before she explode. Why back then my own be say now from that beginning, the moment you open mouth, they start. My own don't begin they come fire for fire, be that. So, but because you know how God works, when are they, once I want to palm like this, you get this kind of look where this woman they look, say the look they fear me self. Now I can't understand that when they give my children the same look, now I can't understand them. Once I flare up, you get how she go just look, just go the man her business. Although that thing can be crazy at times, because initially when she ignore me like that, just my business, I go just like, you are so disrespectful. But then as time goes on, you get how she takes sort them out for me. I might share that with you guys on Friday. Now, I don't even gonna get any temper again, sir, because now my children, I think they've really done a number on me. Like right now, me and my mother, we not even they get issue at all. Now me and my children, from beginning, from first thing in the morning till they go to school, till they come back, even when I did work, they go call me, we go start our basketballs and all that. So you see, these things, don't be afraid of it. So for instance, if a guy says she's afraid of a guy with hot temper, I'm not trying to praise myself, but I don't think I'm a bad guy. So far, so good. But if you meet somebody like me and you don't understand that there is a way you can manage me and I can become this kind of changed guy, then you can easily let me go. These are the things I just want young ladies to think of. So that is why, my sisters, when we come on Friday to share our experiences, please help me tell them those qualities they can actually manage as time goes on, and the one they can't tolerate at all.
Real quick before you go, 30 seconds. If
All right,
you
man.
say you don't want to marry, if you're worried about maybe hot temper and the rest, it's the same thing as saying that you don't want to go and apply for a job, because if you go start working, maybe they might fire you, you don't know the job.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
just trying to make an analysis that will match up to it. So
Yeah, so please, thank you, all my sisters. God bless you. Sister Marriott, I have one assignment for you. I see Sister Lucy. Lucy shared something. I think I highlighted earlier. Now, this is Bible one at the quote. Where is it now? I highlighted it. Lucy shared something about this biblical verse. She said, men don't read that part. They only go to read the last part. I don't know. So, Sister Marriott, help me do the research. That place when they talk, say they submit to each other. They submit to, if you can, please send me a screenshot. Okay, Uncle Patrick, Uncle Patrick, I beg. That place where they say they submit to each other. Me, I never seen for Bible before. If you can please help me on Friday, maybe we might settle that one once and for all. All I know is women submit to your husband, but now when I don't go manufacture some part, come for Bible now. The talk say the Bible says submit to each other. So please, Sister Marriott, Uncle Patrick, I beg you, make una help me with that one on Friday. Other than that, I think we had an amazing show today, and God bless you all. Sister Ify, thank you for your contribution. My Dr. Adama, God bless you, my sister, for always showing up and helping us. Sister Natu, of course, Sister Natu knows that she doesn't go anywhere without me. We are bonded together. Thank you, my doctor. Thank you, everybody in the comment. Marriott, D, Sister Grace, Sister Rose, people plenty today. And Sister Chinye always they come last, but at least, okay, Sister Chinye na my party. Sister Chinye, I beg, I need you on Friday, so that by the time this my sister they begin throw me back boss, you get how you they step in where the thing they help me calm and down. I beg, come on Friday. Sister Rose, they calm me down before, but today Sister Rose was the one who started it in our WhatsApp group. She said, Ben, today you go collect bass boss. I no trust Sister Rose for Friday. I bet Sister Chinye come and help me. Before, people the way they bailed me out. D used to bail me out before, but once D and Marriott just show up, make I just do my lane. Sister Marriott, I love you, my sister, always. Thank you for always being here. Any other? Oh, my Didi, they here. Sister Didi, thank you. Now Didi, they help us do research before, but it's like she's super busy these days. Even now before that time when we they argue submission or no submission, Didi go don't help me go find the screenshot. She go don't share them for us. But we love you, Sister Didi. We understand. Say this part of the world, sometimes your schedule go change. My honey babe. Oh, thank you, honey babe. I'm gonna share honey babe's video. Please help us go and follow honey babe. Follow our channel. She's teaching about real estate and honey babe, man. Oh, that is so impressive. Where that video first? Make I find that video. Yes. Let me share this with you guys real quick. Please click on this. Help me follow Honey Babe YouTube channel if you want to learn a lot about real estate. If you are in London, especially those people in London, now too they complain, and I think one of the reasons you guys complain a lot is you don't even pay attention to business opportunities around you. So thank God we have Honey Babe. If you want to learn one or two things about real estate, please go and follow Honey Babe. Listen to her videos and you will learn a lot. Let me show you this. This is Honey Babe's YouTube channel. You see? Fantastic. Fantastic.
Creative solutions. Meet Anne-Marie and Nigel, founders of Property Table, delivering high cash flow properties across Essex and Kent with care and expertise. With proven expertise and a fresh approach, we handpick high cash flow deals and tailor solutions to your investment goals. Join our inner circle with a simple process, get to know us, pay the fees, and reserve your deal with confidence. As an inner circle member, enjoy tailored deal insights and advanced due diligence with our open, fair approach. Our legal team ensures a smooth purchase, appointing solicitors and securing funds fast to seal the deal. From surveys to exchange, we keep your sale on track with a rapid timeline and clear communication. Choose Property Table for creative, compliant deals. See instant returns on cash flow properties or higher gains with patience. Your breakthrough profits start here with our experience, high cash flow deals, and creative commitment. Connect with Property Table, your trusted partner in Essex and Kent for
Yeah, there you have it. So please, if you are in London, you are United Kingdom, work with Honey Babe. There is an advantage to working with your own indigenous realtor, and I will share all those maybe on Friday. When I bought my house, I work with an African realtor. He breaks everything down for me. I tell the realtor, if you behave like Oyinbo, I go drop you. You be my brother. Show me the secret. He showed me everything, and I'm glad I did. I'm still enjoying it to today. Where's all my mates who were laughing at me when I bought my house? Now many of them are paying 4,000, 4,500 mortgage. I'm paying way less than that, almost like half of what they are paying. But you know why I was able to get that done? It was because I work with an African realtor who actually showed me, and I've listened to Honey Babe. Me and Honey Babe, we talk a lot behind the scene. Even many of my sisters here, we talk a lot behind the scene. And whenever me and Honey Babe are talking about properties, I like the way she breaks it down, the way she analyzes it and everything. And that is the kind of realtor you should work with. A realtor that will show you, say, hey, if they offer you this, don't take it to take that. And like I always said, when Oyinbo offer you anything, like it looks free, don't take it. You will pay times 10 or times 5 of that thing Oyinbo is offering you. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Simbi, thank you. I hope you're gonna be here on Friday, Simbi. I hope we have been able to have a very good conversation today. Simbi?
Uncle Ben, why won't I be here? I'll be here now. Where am I going to?
Okay, how about you, Trendy Toasting? Are you gonna be here? You where you know they like to talk. This one you agree to talk. I'm so impressed. So are you gonna be here on Friday, Trendy Toasting?
Yes, I am. I'm going to be available.
All right. Thank you very much. Oh, Sister Didi say, Uncle Ben, are you buying stock now with all the shit that is happening? I wouldn't lie to you. I'm buying some selected one and I'm ignoring some of them completely. Right now, with the kind of madness that is going on between President Trump and China Prime Minister, I will advise people to please stay away from those electronics stocks for now. Keep an eye on it to just follow the news. The moment they resolve their madness, you can go in and buy. But the way they go right now, this battle with Trump and the Chinese people, companies like Apple, all those companies that rely on chips from China, just wait, don't buy yet. So I'm trying my best to buy the one where I feel buy, but Trump just make it all crazy right now. All right, thank you, everybody. I'll see you on Friday. God bless you all. Eshegon.